Shreyas, I think we'll quickly begin.
Yeah.
Mhm. Okay. Do you have some specific questions, Shreyas? Do you want us to answer them? Ya kaise?
So when I interacted with couple of 41 people, they seem to have some other challenges, like they're just joining the job force and uh, things with respect to salary. And one thing is that they said they already have a company insurance. So why is it that we should go with a group insurance? That was a predominant theme which came across 41.
Right. Right. Absolutely. Hmm. कैसे आंसर दूं, मतलब सिंपल तरह से दूं या sarcastically दूं, कैसे दूं, but okay. So पहली बात तो कि I think see the insurance itself is important. क्योंकि we've seen कि जो when we get into trouble, we don't get into trouble, uh, and we don't get into trouble willingly, and whatever happens, it happens suddenly. We don't expect something like that to happen. कि ऐसा नहीं है कि I know for years that something like this is going to happen. So that is the premise of insurance. Now, why should we have an insurance policy of our own, apart from what our organization is giving to us? Huh? So organization policy definitely are very good. You must have them. इसमें कोई doubt नहीं है. The important part that I want to highlight here is that see, I'm talking about your batch. Huh? We are young. We are very dynamic. I admire you for your dynamism. What happens is in our dynamism, and that is the general trend of the industry also today, that we don't end up sticking on for very long. We keep on moving, we keep on exploring, we keep on trying new things. Today I'm doing this. I didn't like what my boss told me. I'll just, walk off. It was all very normal these days. So it is very important that we are covered otherwise, apart from what the organization is doing for us. Also, I do not know what is the organization profile in your batch, but in general, if you try to find out, I am sure there would be uh, 10-20% people definitely would be there who would be not covered, if not more. There would definitely be maybe more people who are not covered. And I think this is one of the prime reasons that brings us to the point that we definitely want to have this insurance, है ना? Because this will give us that cover which the organization has not been able to provide. I know people from much senior batches than you guys. Uh, they don't have cover, and if something comes up, then it becomes very challenging to take care, because the first thing is that the community doesn't even get to know that you have got into trouble in many cases. And when we get to know, then the entire procedure starts, it takes time, and the entire process starts happening. So I think it is important that we have something, that is one, and we have something which is on our own apart from the organization. I am sure some of you must already be thinking of hopping. Your batchmates would already have hopped means hop jobs, not hopping on the floor on the ground, but I'm talking about hopping jobs. So that is one of the prime reasons, apart from the fact that sometimes the cover is not sufficient, sometimes the policy that is there is more expensive. All these are independent cases that we can take one by one. I don't want to elaborate further on this. I think I made my point. If you have any further, if you have any objections that you want to raise to what I have mentioned, then do let me know. I mean, happy to discuss this, because this is a very pertinent question. We've been trying to emphasize this. What we don't realize is sometimes we also feel, I'm young, I'm fine, nothing will happen to me. That's one. The other is, my parents already have a cover. Of course, your parents will have a cover, because they understand that if something happens, They don't want you to get into trouble, so they would definitely want to have a cover. And the other thing is that it is so nice, like Hitesh always says, it is such a thrilling experience that you've started working and you are able to cover your parents. I tell you, it is after, I think I moved out of Infosys in 2005 when I joined IRMA. So when I was in Infosys, I had a parents cover through my employer. And after that, I have never had parents cover in whatever, policies that I've done. I was so thrilled today when this policy, more like a realization. We are there, we've collected money, we pay premiums on their policies, but it's so nice to have it under my name. I mean, I think that is something that gives the kick. It is very exciting, no? Okay, so let me just kind of read some of the questions that have come up to me here on the chat, and then we'll see. I am from PRM 32, living in Luxembourg. If I'm an Indian citizen, my question relates to what happens if a claim arises for my parents, dependents, if in the future I cease to be an Indian citizen. Okay. So one is that this policy ensures that you are a member of the policy. You have to be the proposer in the policy. Okay. Now, if you are the proposer in the policy, you need to show a valid ID proof or an Aadhaar when you are buying this policy. So you need to have some Indian ID proof. Now, when you cease to become an Indian citizen, then you have to see whether you still have that ID proof or you don't have that ID proof. Because at any point in time, when you are trying to make a claim, then you will have to submit the ID proofs. Did I answer your question?
Yes, so just adding on to Richi ma'am's point, basically, ma'am is telling that even if you have a dual citizenship, this will be enough. But if you surrender your Indian citizenship completely, then you will not be able to take benefits of this policy.
Hi, Avi. This is Abhinav here. Thanks for your response and thanks, Richie. I hope you can hear me.
Yeah,
Yes,
please.
we can.
Uh, if I understood right, Avi, from your response, uh, the rule in India is such that you can only have one citizenship. You cannot have dual citizenship. So, in the future, if I were to change my citizenship, I would have to surrender my Indian citizenship, though my parents will remain in India and they are Indian citizens. So my question is that if it's not very clear to me what happens if I cease to be the citizen and my parents are living there and they have a claim. So will any claim for me be refused, or will any claim for my parents then also be refused?
You will not be able to claim if you surrender the Indian citizenship. That is for certain. For your parents, I think Richie and Hitesh sir
So,
have
Avi,
to
tell
answer
me
that.
one thing. I don't remember exactly when we last made a claim. Let's say I'm the proposer and there are some people along with me in the policy, and somebody is, we are claiming for somebody who is also a part of the policy, not me, okay, not the proposer. So, in that case, do I need to submit my ID as well? If I remember,
No, no,
we
no, no. That is okay. If Mr. I didn't catch your name, Mr. Abhinav, right?
It's
yeah.
Abhinav, yeah.
Yes. If Mr. Abhinav continues in this group policy, then his parents will be able to claim. That is no issue at all. Whether he is eligible to continue for this policy or not, that is the IAA's discretion.
That's one
Uh,
thing. My question was that let's say, he continues in this policy, and let's say he becomes he becomes some other citizen, some other country's citizen, and his parents end up claiming, will his ID be
no,
required
no,
for?
no, no, not required, not required. His parents can claim, his wife can claim. If they are Indian citizens and they are covered in the policy, all of them can. No issues of that.
Okay. So Abhinav, as of now, I feel that as of now, so you are an Indian citizen, है ना? Where are you?
Yeah,
Luxembourg, you said, है ना?
Is
So,
right.
Richie, if I can interject over here,
mm,
he can, like, for that particular year, that calendar year, they can claim. But when it comes to the renewal next year, if you are not there, your policy will not be renewed. Because in the group insurance, the affinity group, our relation with the parents is through you.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So the policy will remain active and will cover my parents as long as I remain an Indian citizen. Correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Thank you, Hitesh. That's clear.
And for the calendar year, like if you go out, let's say after paying the premium, for that year, yes.
Understood. That's clear
Okay.
then. That's
Thanks.
clear. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks, Richi, Hitesh, and Avik.
okay. Okay, I'll just quickly go to the next one. Can you please explain what are the exclusions? Okay. So when we are taking this policy, there is no pre-medical checkup. There is no waiting period. So, upfront, there are basically no exclusions. Huh? But then there are sub limits. So there are some limitations to the policy. One is that maternity is not covered. The other is that dental is not covered. So these are the two clear-cut exclusions. The third thing is that there are some sublimits. For example, cataract, 30,000 per eye is the limit that has been subscribed. And also, if you look at the FAQ document that we've shared, it has, at the end of that document, it has a term sheet. The second page of that term sheet tells you about certain specific surgeries and the limit that is imposed, the sublimit that is imposed on those surgeries. Okay. Avik, you want to add something to this about the exclusions? Anything else?
No, you covered it all for us.
Okay.
Uh,
Dharmendra, is
are
it
the
okay?
are the OPDs covered in this?
OPD is not covered. Inpatient treatments are covered. So, for example, if you're doing a cataract kind of an operation, so you need to go, you need to get admitted to the hospital, get your treatment done, and you need to come out and get released from the hospital. So, it is not necessary that you stay overnight in the hospital, and that is when you will be able to claim this. So,
So daycare is permitted in this.
yeah, yeah.
And in case of an IPD, pre and post OPDs, are they covered in this?
OPD is not covered. Pre and post hospitalization is covered. There are certain limits given for that. 30 days pre and 60
That
days
I saw that.
post, and there is a 10% cap on the total policy. So 5 lakhs ki policy hai. 50,000 is the total amount that pre and post hospitalization could get you.
And all the tests will get covered in this, even in the pre and post hospitalization.
If it's prescribed by the doctor, I mean, your treating doctor of the hospital, then yes.
Okay.
Say, for example, you have been hospitalized, say on the 15th of a month. Then, say you have done a test before hospitalization on the 1st of the month, it is covered. You do a test on the 30th of the month on the advice of the hospital and the doctor, it is covered.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. I'll move on to the next one. Shrishti is saying, if my parents are working and they are not dependent on me, so if I take insurance cover for them, will they be eligible? See, basically, we are all adding our parents to the policy, huh? So it is okay. You can add your parents to the policy. Shrishti, you there? Okay. I don't know. All right. Okay. So that's all I have in the text questions. Do you have anything else for me?
Ma'am, Aniket here. I mean, I had a chat with Abhik yesterday. So what next from here? I know everything is on the Alleyway app, right? So I need to download that, and everybody would be doing that. But will IAA release a simple one-pager document that what after this, when everybody has given the first round of premium, how to get the the health card and all the relevant documents. Health card ही main है, or so how do we do that?
Okay. Kitesh, would you like to take this one?
Yeah. See, once the premium is paid, in
Yes,
the
sir.
meanwhile, before the premium is paid, we are going to finalize a TPA.
Yeah, right, sir.
And after that, like as soon as the premium is paid, TPA will come get activated and
Right,
everybody will get a card
right, sir.
through TPA and LV.
Okay. Through TP and LV, and sir, this will be virtual or it will be sent to the address submitted in the when we have filled the form.
I'll prefer like if we give it to the virtual one.
Virtual. Thanks a lot. Thanks, sir.
But
Sir,
see,
and
that's
yes,
so many details. I'm sorry, like we are also working people, we are whatever we could find, we
sure,
have
sure,
done it. But
sure, sir.
the way now it is going is virtual.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. Just my one request to the EC that if after some time, definitely, sir, after some time, just we can get a as you release the FAQ, if the same way a simple one pager can be published, that will be very helpful to all of us. That's just a request from my end.
Yeah, I'm sure like if you would have gone through all the documents, most of the things we have covered.
Yeah,
And-
sir. It's there.
And will be certainly like TPA as soon as gets on the board, he will also
Right.
like to give it. Because that is
Thanks a lot.
his responsibility to
Yeah,
see the claims are settled nicely.
correct. Thanks a lot.
Okay. Yeah.
Thanks.
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 Yeah. I couldn't get your name, please.
Aniket Mitra, sir.
Okay, Aniket. Which batch?
PRM 32.
Okay.
So Hitesh, Aniket is the one who actually released the podcast for us yesterday.
Okay. Okay. That was very nice. I must thank you for that.
Thank you, sir.
I must
My
have
pleasure.
posted it to many people today morning.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Aniket, you need to send Hitesh sir all your already earlier podcasts, mythology.
Sure, sir. I'll send you the link, sir. Thanks a lot.
हितेश सर
Thanks a
को
lot.
भेजो
Bilkul, sir.
I'm on the part of that element where you put it.
Yeah. I share it on every Sunday, sir. Although now the conversation is digressing, but I share it on whenever I release it, I share it on the IRMA alumni group, sir.
Yeah. Which company
So-
you're working for?
I work with Century Ply, sir.
Okay.
And I'm
Right.
based out of Kolkata. Yeah.
Okay. Good. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Okay. Any more questions?
Ruchi, has the last question in the chat been addressed?
I think, okay. All right. So a couple of them actually just came in. One is that can parents above 80 years be added? Parents above 80 years cannot be added. The entry age is 80 years. So above 80, we can't add them. If they are 79, you can add them and you can continue the policy until their death. Basically, the exit is death. Next question. So next question is, will it be a cashless treatment? So both kinds of treatments are available, cashless or cash based. It depends on you. Also, it depends on the hospital. If the hospital is in the list of the hospitals that our TPA provides, if they have a tie-up with that hospital, we'll be able to do a cashless treatment. If they are not in the list, then we can pay and then we can claim it back. One thing that is important to note here is that whenever you're getting admitted for a treatment, you need to inform them in advance for all the policies that you have, so that you will be able to use them as per requirement. So for example, if I have a 5 lakh and a 5 lakh and a 10 lakh and a 15 lakh, 3 policies I have, and my treatment might extend to, let's say, 10, 15 lakhs, I may want to inform them about more than one policy so that I can claim from both the policies. And there is a very detailed document that is available on our website as to how you can claim a cashless treatment. You can kind of get a cashless treatment done, or you can get a cash wala treatment done. Right? Does that answer?
Preferred is a cashless, and for the without with the out of cash, you'll have to inform the agency first. Was you United prefers people go through the cashless.
And is there a time period within which the reimbursements will happen? So if it's a cash-based
Hello?
treatment, if it's a cash-based treatment, is there a time period within which the bills have to be submitted?
Avik, you were explaining, no?
Yeah,
One.
Anita. Yeah,
So approximately it is
I'm on the other
advisable.
call.
It is advisable to do the post the documents. I mean, dispatch the original documents to the insurer or the TPA in this case within 30 days after you get discharged. If not 30, then at max 60 days, not more than that.
Got it. Thanks.
Okay.
Ruchi, there's one more question about
Yeah,
the
yeah, 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 yeah.
special class. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Could someone give a brief on the 3-year special clause? Okay. So the 3-year clause goes like this. Whenever we take a health policy, specifically the health policy, and what happens is that every year the insurance premium gets revised. So either you will get a no claim bonus, or so if let's say you have not made a claim, then you can get a no claim bonus, or you can get your sum assured increased, or there could be various combinations that can happen. Also, if you have made a claim, then your premium amount may increase. Your premium amount may also increase based on the pertaining healthcare costs going on in the prevailing in the society at that point in time. So basically, what I'm trying to tell you here is that the premium amount varies every year in general, if I may put it, or if not every year, then subsequently it may vary. And currently, we have seen that in the past 2 years, the healthcare costs have increased exponentially. Number one. Number two is because so many people fell sick. These organizations have actually not been giving so much of insurance to other, to parents or to senior citizens or to some specific cases, and they will have all kinds of exclusion clauses and all. In our policy, for 3 years, the insurance premium is fixed. So whatever we pay today, we will pay this for the second year and for the third year as well. It does not matter what happens, whether X number of people claim or don't claim or whatever. For 3 years, the amount of the premium remains the same. Does that answer, Abhinav?
Hi, yes, Rishi. Thank you so much. That was very detailed.
Any other questions, or do you want to know about any features of the policy or anything? Let me know.
Richi, here, when one gets admitted, will one have to, how will the information to TPA go? You will have to inform it first before admission.
So this happens through the hospital itself, actually, right, Avik?
Okay.
Yes, so no issues about this. You just need to have your health card with you, your or your family's. And whenever there is any claim or something and you get admitted to the hospital,
So if there are
you,
multiple policies, then you inform the hospital with all the multiple policies.
with all the cards, e-cards, they'll extract the details on their own and they will coordinate with the insurance company to start your cashless. But this is for the emergency cases. But if you plan any hospitalization, it's always advisable to go to the hospital at least 2 days in advance and coordinate with them so that they coordinate with the insurance company before you get admitted, and they will have something what is called a pre-authorization request or an approval. So when the approval is received at the hospital, you know that the insurance company has initially approved your claim, and you can very well get admitted to the hospital and start your treatment.
Okay, thanks.
Anything else? Have you all gone through the salient features of the policy? Any queries there? Okay, so if you don't have anything, you don't want to ask anything, you don't want clarification on anything.
I can just add for the benefits of the young people, I think that can be the best gift they can give to their parents. So you must consider that, because slowly your parents will not be admitted easily once they start aging. And if you continue with them when they are young and it continue, it's better. That's all from my side. Thank you, everyone.
Okay. Ma'am, this policy ends at 10:11 p.m. today, or any plans of extended it, anything like that?
We are, we've like, we need some time to process all this. So just give us some time. Let us see what is the situation and we'll revert to you guys. Right now,
Right.
we are not discussing this. पहले जो है उसको सबको ठीक कर लें.
The reason
Then
you're
we'll-
asking, Aniket?
नहीं, I mean, I know that's left the bus syndrome. अभी बहुत लोग होंगे जो 9-10 बजे जागेंगे and they'll say कि यार ये extend हो सकता, यार
Okay.
ये extend हो सकता था क्या? So in that ways, I thought that
See,
because
the
I mean, how
procrastination is a way of life in India, and normally we don't
yes, sir.
like it. But
Yeah.
now we are getting lots of messages. I'm getting that my payment
Sir,
is getting stuck. My
yeah,
payment
I
is
think
stuck up. My
yeah,
payment is stuck up.
there.
This card is not happening. That is not happening. If the people who are trying, we would like to see that they at least we can cover it up.
Right. And I would say, sir, many people were waiting for 1,000 numbers to touch up because they were thinking, I mean, I know, I mean, that many people were thinking, first of all, this won't come in force. But now when we have done 1,000, now many people are thinking, we shouldn't miss the bus. So that's why I just asked that, I mean, any plans
No,
of
no, we were very sure from the day one we'll touch whatever the commitment we
definitely,
have
sir.
given.
Definitely, sir. Definitely on that. Definitely
And
on that.
I'm very
But
confident of all the airmans, not
sure, sir.
including who are supporting us on that and who are outside as well.
Sure, sir. Sure. Sir. Fine, sir. I will all wait that whether it gets extended or not.
Yeah, I'm sure like Richie will be giving the final communication what's happening
Sure.
about the date extension.
Sure.
that depends. You come, Aniket. You handle all this for another whatever.
I have
I
been there.
need a break.
My old friend and mentor Swami sir is with you guys. So I am a good soldier, ma'am. I'll do all the other things required. These high level things I leave up to all of you guys.
Okay.
I will
Okay,
lose my
Manu has got
clients. यार,
something to
मैं तो-
ask.
हाँ, Manu. We can't hear you, Manu.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, Shrishti.
Ma'am, actually, I wanted to ask again, I wanted to get it clear that my father is asking that he already has one health insurance and he's working. So he wanted to clarify that parents, if they are not dependent on us, they will still be eligible now if we include them in the
Yes.
policy.
Short answer, yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Richie, Manu has typed in his query. It's asking for Aadhaar card for children. If it's not available, can any other ID document work?
Yes. Yes,
Can
it
we
will.
check the? I think we should.
Yes, it will, Manu. I would certainly request you to please get the Aadhaar card done as soon as possible. I do not want situations coming in the future where we say कि अरे आधार नहीं था.
No, see, Manu is saying, I think we need to see. He's saying it's not accepting the passport.
Right.
We're
So
taking
if
Aadhaar
you are
later is
if you're
something.
facing such issues, then just do one thing. Just please ping me on WhatsApp. I will arrange a call back from the Alive guys for you, and they will help you walk through it again. Only Aadhaar is only mandatory for the prime participant or the proposer basically, and it is always good to have Aadhaar or ID for others as well. So it is important that you put in But Aadhaar is not mandatory for this. So what you can do is just ping me please on WhatsApp, and I'll arrange a call back from the Alive page to you. Okay, then if there's no more, then we see you next later in some other meet. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks a
Okay.
lot.
Okay. Right. Okay. We have some 2-3 new people joining in the meeting.
Manu, if the passport is not taking, just leave it. I think without it as well, will go through. But we'll be asking that data after some time. Rishi, carry on.
Okay. Do you guys who've joined just now have some question? We've kind of discussed a lot of things before you joined in. So if you have some questions, please let us know.
Yeah.
Kanhai and Manu. Guys, you are the only ones. Do you have any questions? So because we are winding up the call. We've been discussing for some time and the people have now left. So do you have any questions?
Hi, ma'am. No, actually, I thought the discussion was still on. Actually, I just returned from office. I've taken the policy, but just I wanted to know if in future, like, I think that's already answered. Like in future, I can take it for my spouse also in case, right? So
Yeah,
that
yeah.
is what.
Whenever you
Okay.
get married, within 30 days of your marriage, you add your spouse to the policy.
Okay. Okay.
Mm.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
All right, then I believe let's close the call. Swami, Hitesh, shall we?
Yes, Richi. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Bye. See you.